Everybody, Chef Danny Davis here, and I'm out in Fort Lauderdale for the boat show. I've bumped into Chef Hannah. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I brought her down. She actually sent me a text this morning saying she's looking for some sugar, some different things for your chocolate course, which you're doing tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do a chocolate demo down at Culinary Convenience. Bumped into Aaron there, and we decided since I was here on holiday, but actually wanted to do some chocolate. So
awesome. I'm definitely coming to that. That's after the competition, which I've winged you in to be a judge for.
Yes, you have. Yeah, I'm really excited. And Nina's down there too, isn't she?
Yes,
so,
she is.
Yeah.
So Nina's going to be there, Nina Wilson. Shout out to you. We've got Chef Hannah Rose, who's going to be a judge, and we've got Chef Christian Russo, who's our reigning champion from a few competitions before. He's going to be there. It's a desert island competition. It's tomorrow, so this is probably going to go out after that. But it's good. Check out the video. I'll put a link up here for it. So I brought you down to a little place called a few super yacht chefs know. It's called the International Market of Fine Food, Fine Wines. I'll put a link up here to that place. It's full of really interesting stuff, and I wanted to show you. Yeah. So you want to go in and have a look?
Yeah, let's go have a look around.
Have a look. So here we are inside International Market of Fine Wine. What do you think?
Yeah, incredible. There's everything. Literally, just in the first aisle, you've got Asian, Chinese. It's all
Asian
on
this side. We've got loads of
Nando's,
piri sauces, loads of shells down here, chocolate stuff ready to go. But the sugar's down here.
Amazing.
So Hannah, tell me, how did you become a chef? Like, what gave you the inspiration to get into it?
So I left school and went straight into cooking. I absolutely loved it. I remember when I was still in high school, actually, I was working like every evening and weekends whilst still doing all my paperwork, and it basically got to a stage where I couldn't do it anymore in school. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to drop out, I'm going to go do it. I think I was about 15, 16 at the time.
Oh wow, so you just quit school?
Literally, no grades, nothing. And I really am, so I'm kind of weirdly proud of it, yeah. Literally nothing, it wasn't for me, I wasn't a school gal. And dropped out, went straight into kitchens, and from there worked into 1-star, 2-star, and into yachts.
Awesome. Okay, so you're on the yachts. Wow, so let me back up a little bit. So what kind of restaurants did you do in Scotland?
So I started out in St Andrews, which is where I'm from, the hometown of golf, and that was kind of like bistro.
Right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
There's a St Andrews club up here on the A1A, right up there where I used to work in Boca.
See if you mention when you're here in Florida that you like golf. Oh my gosh, they absolutely love it, especially if you say you're from St Andrews.
Yeah, I practically live on a golf course.
Unreal. Yeah, so work there in St Andrews. Then I actually moved up to Isle of Skye, and I lived on Isle of Skye on an island for about 2 years.
So you're used to the island life?
Yes, love it. Yeah, countryside. I mean, where I live, I have no one for 6 miles. Like, I'm so here for it. So
that's fantastic. And then, so how did you make the jump into yachts? Because that's a little bit different, right?
Yeah. So it was after COVID time. I'd kind of seen it. Obviously, everybody jokes about the whole below deck programs and stuff. But
yeah, of course, we've all seen them. Right?
Yeah. But I went into that. I went down and just did my courses down in Liverpool with Seascope Maritime, one of the best people.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. We love them. And did my courses and then put all my applications in, and I remember the first time I put my CV in, they were like, wow, you know, you've done all right so far. So landed my first job as a cruise chef.
And so you've done quite well, right? You've told me that you're the youngest female head chef on a mega yacht.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago it came out officially. Yeah, so Mega Yacht, youngest ever female head chef.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Awesome. How big's the boat?
I work on a 90-metre.
A 90-metre boat, that's ridiculously big, right? So how many chefs are in your team?
So we've got 3 of us in the galley. I mean, I'd love 4, don't get me wrong, honestly. But yeah, we've got 3 of us, so 1's crew, and then jumps in with the guest as well, and then we've got me, and then my right hand Sue, so yeah.
And are you a charter boat or private?
We were charter, but we've actually sold, so now we're private. So can't say too much more, but
okay.
It is incredible. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So
fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I've worked on a poo which is 150 metres, and the galley was huge, and we had like every bit of equipment.
Yeah,
unbelievable. And the fridges and freezers are on different decks. It's just, there's a whole operation, isn't it? How many crew do you have?
So we have usually on board 29 to 30 crew.
That's a big crew to look after, isn't it?
Yeah, crew food. I mean, it is, and it's, you know, it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 meals a day. I very much believe in linking them, so everything we can do, like crew food for me, and it's one thing I stand by. Crew food is guest quality, but just in bigger portions.
Yeah, happy crew is a happy, well-fed crew is a happy crew, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, and if I'm doing something for the guests and I can link it in with the crew, I will make my crew chef one of their items, they'll jump back in. You know, it is very much of that size and that amount of like busyness.
Yeah.
You've got to have both teams working together, so yeah.
100%.
Let's talk about it. So, one of the things you do is chocolate, right? That's what you're kind of famous for, is your signature dishes. So, tell us a little bit about it. So, you got a text this morning from you asking me if I knew a place to get, was it glucose?
Yep.
And so we got some. So tell us about it.
Yeah,
What do you use this for?
Glucose and invert sugars, one of the biggest things used in chocolates, and especially on board yachts, because obviously, one, heat, and two, the amount of time. I think the major thing people do when they see that I do chocolates is look at me and go, "You're mental," because how do you even do that? But there is so much when you really find out how you can do it previously to, like, before the trip start and things. You can have all your decor done. The shelf life on it is about including invert sugars and stabilising the product, basically. So you get 3 different types: short life, medium, long, and long life chocolates. You know, you're up to 12 weeks. It's almost like, you know, Christmas when you're opening your box of chocolates. You've got your little sort of caramel ones. You're eating them 2 months later still if they're not all gone, aren't you? So
yeah, that's true.
Same. Yeah.
And you can so. How do people find out more about it? You do a course, right? An online course. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so actually one of the other kind of proudest moments for me was signing as a house chef alongside Nina again, actually, and Mikhail Swindles. And that is at Muy Bueno Academy of Culinary Arts.
Shout out to them and shout out to Mikhail.
Yep.
I was on the phone to him the other day in Monaco. He seems to be doing well. What a fantastic chef. And Nina as well, fantastic chef.
I'm actually going to Justine's birthday in London this week, and Mikhail's going to be there.
No, nice.
So yeah,
let's say hi to him.
We'll see you in London, buddy.
What I'm trying to say though is, Hannah, you're right up there with some of the best chefs in the super yacht industry.
Thank
and
you.
it's an honour to have you on my podcast and talk about it.
You're going to make me cry. It's one of the other things I do. I cry at everything.
Maybe later, when you're a judge. The food they're going to give you. No.
Yeah, no, thank you. It really means the world.
So I'll put a link to that course here, right? Tell us again where people will find it.
If you go online and you go to www.mymybueno.com.
We'll put it there. And that's the online course. So on Halloween 31st, you're doing something slightly different, right?
Yes, I'm doing a chocolate demo here. So that is just to show there's a lot of people who are over this side who are interested in the kind of my chocolate courses and things. I run the ones in person, which I've done some previously, and they went down an absolute treat, and that was with Ocean Wave Monaco.
Oh yeah, Ocean Wave. I'll put a link to these guys here. Hello guys, how you doing?
Hello,
Sorry,
hi
I didn't
Duncan.
Get to see you at Monaco. Hi Duncan.
Yeah, so I do it with them, and there's more of them coming. I've had such a busy summer, and obviously boat sailing, becoming head chef and stuff, it's all been going on, but they are in the pipeline. But this demo is basically just a little introduction. I should probably put this down, I just keep chucking it around. The courses, the demo is just to basically introduce to chefs to say this is kind of what it is, give you an insight. The amount of information that you can get just from like understanding some really, really simple things will change your game and your like want to actually make the chocolates.
And if we make a video from that, which I'm planning to do, I'll stick a link to it up here so you can see that.
Amazing.
Let's move on.
Nice.
Let's look at some of the chocolate.
I didn't even know this existed. Literally, they have everything I need, and I'm not going to be annoyed at the fact that I've spent 3 days trying to order it all online in a foreign country.
That's why you should come to international market.
Just get down here. They have every single type of chocolate that I've been looking for. Oh God, Aaron's going to kill me. Oh, do you know what is so good inside a chocolate filling is black sesame. If you're ever doing like a Asian or Japanese, that's one of the other things I do on board is depending on what menus, so pre-plan your chocolate. So I'll try and do like a Japanese flavour chocolate, half and half, and then do, you know, an Italian one, whether it's lemons from the Amalfi Coast or something like that, or and one of the ones I do is black sesame, and it's so good.
Oh yeah, I've heard about one my daughter wants me to make with pistachio and like a crunchy thing inside, and it's dipped in chocolate. Oh. I don't know what it is. It's like some bar.
There's pistachio butter. I'm going to try and bring it out in our video that we do on the demo. It is the best. It's the butter rather than the paste.
Yeah.
You can eat this stuff with a spoon. Like it is so good.
Yeah. Okay. So Hannah, on these big boats, the budget's slightly different. What would you say is like an average spend for a charter, say for a week or something?
For a week for a charter, I'd probably say about 17 to 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I mean, equally, you've got 30 crew, breakfast, lunch, dinner every day. Having that amount of guests as well, and up to 12, and especially if the extras come on, variation. You know, you've got to have a couple of each types of the proteins out. And that's before we've even got into caviar, truffles, all the exciting stuff. So yeah, and I mean, alongside one of my biggest things, and it does, add on to the money, is pastry. You know, I do chocolates, I do desserts, I do breads, all homemade. Like, so it's all of that. If you do it and you're not necessarily buying those things in, it's also quite a lot too. So, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that's true. Tell me a little bit how you provision. Do you like stock up a load in, say, Fort Lauderdale or in a main spot? If you're in the Med, I don't know where, in the Med, maybe Antibes, you stock up and then you kind of last out the trip, or are you picking up new stuff every time? Every week or so, you brand new stuff?
So I do one kind of base, depending on, we've actually been in the yard before we sold and things, and when we were in that time you have to run things down, especially with a vessel of that size. If you come out into dry dock, our freezers were all turned off, so we had to go completely to nothing, scratch back to literally nothing in our dry store. We did
That's scary, right?
Yeah, it's
Always
crazy.
get
You walk in
anxiety.
and I was like, oh my gosh. And seeing it all come on, you then feel like you've over-ordered and you're like, no, it's actually crazy how far back all the shelves go.
You got to get everything.
Yeah, literally. But I've been working with Benjamin Brown's for ages. Drew loves me but hates me. So shout out to Drew. He is incredible. So he will do a big kind of block order, depending on where we are and if we can get it. And then, yeah, when I forget all the things I've forgotten, I phone him 5 times a day, and he gets to me as soon as he can, whether that is by tender or whether it's by land part. But you do try to do a bulk one, and then the day before guests are on, or in this case actually plan it around when they're off the vessel. So say they get off for a walk in the afternoon, you know, I'll have my provisioners standing by, and it might mean that they're there for a few hours and we get them to come on at a certain time, just so that we're not interrupting guest operations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about this if you want.
Okay. Let's talk about some citric acid.
Citric acid. Do you know, I actually finished a lot of my patisserie work with this.
Okay, so what does it do? What's it going to help with?
It helps with bringing, I mean, literally in the name citric acid, the acidity out, but too much of it, genuinely, like more than one pinch, yeah, your tongue's burning. It's like them sweet and sour, or the candy hinge you get, but this is amazing. One of the chocolates I do is a lemon one, so stabilising with sugar inverts, finishing with a little bit of citric acid, and I also put Maldon salt in basically every single dessert I make. So
fantastic. And we just had that in the last shot, so you can see some of that.
I can see it. Even smoked.
Yeah, it's a nice one, eh?
Yeah.
It's a great one. So tell me, do you have like a ritual that you do when you're provisioning? Like I know I always take out all my old stuff, put it to one side, clean everything, and then put all the new stuff in. Do you have like a bag system or the containers? Because on a bigger yacht, it's a lot bigger operation, isn't it?
Yeah, I think one of the things I would definitely say about exactly that, the size, I love it. Provisions are actually one of my favourite things to do. I'm a weirdo, but I am, yeah. But it's because, I mean, it links in pastry work, chocolatier, where I'm so organised. I'm so, my brain just works in this kind of like way. And my chefs that I have on board, you know, they all know it. They all know the system, even to the point. So I have interior. We have certain people in certain areas. It comes down in the corridor. You have dairy on one side. We have the dry stores up at one door. Everything gets put into segmented areas. So that if quite usually there's operations going on or something, so that the things that need to be put in are put in straight away.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. So,
and then the
all
other
your
stuff can
dairies
sit.
In, all the proteins, fish.
Exactly
that's
that.
all put away straight away.
And Drew and many other provisioners are really great with packing. If you ask a provisioner, please pack it backwards so that when it arrives to you, you have, you know, your frozen stuff at the very front. You have your this, depending on how the boat's built up. So I usually do it that way.
Yeah. I'm going to say this because usually you're in a hot country when you get a delivery, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's going to be, your size of boat. It's going to be dropped on some pallets on the dock. And then you're going to have to rip the plastic off and start opening it all up. And that takes a long time. It's very different to that kind of boat that I'm on, a smaller one where I come on with a few bags and, you know, maybe a car's load worth of stuff. So it has to be really thought out, and it's important that you do that, and important to hear that you've got that organised.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, sometimes we have 2 lorries, and you've got an interior order in the mix of that as well. Even as silly as things like, you know, the little micro herbs, we know how expensive they are. I think they're like sometimes up to like £20 for little thingy ones. They stay in the frozen container because, quite frankly, you've got all this stuff coming on, and 20 minutes out in the sunshine, 5 minutes even actually in the sunshine, they're gone.
That's true.
You know,
those flowers are just
literally dead.
Yeah.
And then you can be on your second day of trip and all your greens are gone, and that's not really what you need. So more pesto than you can imagine gets made.
So tell us a little bit about the demo that you're going to do today. Have you an idea what kind of chocolates you're going to make?
Yeah, so I am doing a variation, basically just to show the different types of fillings we can do, like I mentioned before, the short, medium, long. So I'll do one of each of those, a salted caramel being your longer, down to your short life, which is much more fresh, so it'll be kind of like a berry filling, something with a whole fat cream. And then I'm going to do...
Oh, I love the way you say cream.
Cream? Dairy. Dairy is one I get all the time. People are going to love that one. And then the decor side of it, I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of each thing. So you've got from luster dusting to spraying to your cocoa transfer sheets to your two tones to your single tone to your pure temper with nothing on it.
You know you're on vacation, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm actually crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I've been on vacation 5 days. That's what's happened, and I've rested because
Yeah, now
I have this much energy that 5 days has done me for the year now. So now I'm ready to stand and make chocolates.
That's awesome.
Oh God, no, I do love it.
You can tell.
Yes,
So Hannah, you're a busy girl.
I'm a busy girl.
You're actually going to be one of the judges for the Yacht Chef competition that we're doing
Yes.
on Halloween.
Yes.
The Yacht and Stew Deserted Island competition. So
I know it's
thank you for
Caribbean
that.
food, isn't it?
It is, well, yeah, it's kind of like Deserted Island, so Caribbean, Bahamas. We're over in Florida. It's Flibs. It's kind of the start of the Caribbean season for
Very
us over
excited.
here, which is a big season. It lasts a week. We kind of hit it hard with November, Thanksgiving, and then into Christmas, New Year's. Everyone goes over to St. Bart's for Christmas, New Year's, which is cool.
Oh, I remember the lineup for that last year. Or was it the year before? Actually, we were in that, and that video was the most they'd ever had in St. Bart's. It's crazy.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
The amount of money that just sits outside
God.
the port. Unbelievable. You got the Antigua show, of course. I think that's
Yeah.
on the 4th of December, around that weekend. That's a really good chef competition. That is one of the best. Shout out to Elizabeth Lee and Captain Warren that organised all that. Fantastic, great job. We're hopefully going to do one in the Bahamas at the end of January as well. Kind of working on that at the moment. Maybe that'll happen. That'll be a new thing.
Nice.
How do people find out more about you though?
On my Instagram, so my Instagram is Hannah Rose Yacht Chef.
Put that there.
Pop on there, you'll see
Lots of chocolate.
lots of chocolate, lots of sweet stuff, a little bit of ginger banter now and then. Yeah, no, honestly, I usually post everything on there, stories as much as I can as well, if and when, and any questions anyone has, please just send me a message.
Just slip into your DMs.
Yeah,
be like,
slide
"How do I
in. If
do
you get a
this?"
response, you're lucky, do you know what I'm saying?
That's fantastic. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Hannah. Well, I guess we'll go over to Culinary Convenience now, take all this stuff that we bought and get ready for tomorrow.
Yes, it's going to
Oh
be
no,
lots.
tonight. Tonight we're going to do announce the mystery boxes and let the
yeah.
teams know who they're going to be.
Have you got an outfit?
I have, yeah. I'm going to wear a Prince Aladdin outfit. It's kind of blue. I've
Ooh.
got some big pantaloons.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks fantastic.
I'm going as a turtle.
So if you want to see some more videos, go to Behind the Line with Chef Danny Davis or check me out on Instagram at Future Chef Project. See you later.
Thank you, bye.
Badda done, badda done, badda done.